Hello. So today's video is not something that I will suggest you guys to EDC, and most likely is not something that most people will use, but if it helps even one person out there at one point in time, it's worth doing it. So today I will combine the Cobra XS with an angle gauge to show you how you can make a chimney or any round pipe style object if you have a piece of metal, a sheet of metal, and you are out in the field and you don't have a working table available to you and you have to improvise. So let's see. So if you are not familiar, these guys are designed to be used in combination with a square to allow you to cut at a specific pre-selected angle lumber. Yeah, to cut lumber at a specific pre-selected angle. But it just so happens is just the gap here is wide enough and the Cobra XS is thin enough to allow the gauge to be fixed on the Cobra XS jaw, and that will be the trick that will allow you to do what I have in mind. So I will show you here. I don't have any metal sheet available right now, so I try to improvise with some aluminum foil to be able to show you what you need to do. So in order to create a cylinder out of a sheet of metal, you need to bend the ends of the metal. Yeah, you create like a flap there in opposite direction, so it will be like a letter S. Yeah, that way when you bend the sheet together, you can marry those two ends and create a fold that will hold that pipe together. And after that, just by squeezing it properly, it will stay. Now with aluminum foil, it doesn't have enough rigidity to keep its shape, but with any galvanized steel sheet or copper or whatever you have available and want to use, that should work, provided that is at least 0.3 millimeters thick. So the hardest part is to create a straight line when you don't have a support working bench. Yeah, so to bend something with just a tool, a hand tool, in a perfectly straight line, it's very difficult when you don't have a working bench to work on, or a vise or something like that. The easiest way to do it is to clamp two pieces of metal or of wood together and the sheet in between them, and then bend it slowly with your hand. But if you don't have something like that available to you when you are in the field, you have to improvise. And in order to improvise, this is what you need to do. So first, I'll take this down to show you how it looks. Take this little gauge. You see, if you look at it, you see that it has a perfectly flat surface where the cut begins, all the way on the other side. And then here, that part pretty much is solid. And then you have the gap. So you want to fixate that on the upper jaw and then make it such that the point of that hex screw will perfectly match that point on the lower jaw, and tighten everything together. So this will be something like this. Yeah, it's a perfect fit there. And then just tighten the screw. And now you'll have the ability to do something like this. Let's see what's the best angle for the camera will be so you can see. So this will give you the chance, because the tip of that metal sheet will rest on the very back, against the very back of the pliers there. So it will be always the same distance from there to your bend. And once you created the first bite, then you will slowly move just a little bit. You don't have to go by much, and just clamp, clamp and clamp and clamp and clamp, just like that, all the way to the back. Now this will allow you after that to bend it with your hand. Once you created the crease there, it will allow you to bend it with your hand. Do the same thing but on the opposite side, on the other side. So go in there and then go like that. It will not be absolutely perfect, but it will be the closest thing you'll get to a straight line. And then bend it like that. And once you have done that, you can bend the piece of metal and marry those two folds together, and then just press it with whatever you have available. Now with aluminum I can just press it with my fingers, yeah? But if I need to do it with a real piece of metal, galvanized steel or something, what I will do, I will put a round piece of stick inside it, rest it against whatever I have, against something, so that I can keep it under pressure, and then just tap it down with a hammer or a rock or whatever you have available. And that will be pretty much it. And just like that, piece by piece, you can create an entire chimney if you have to make a chimney for a stove, or you can make a gutter, or for your cottage, or for whatever else you have to create some piping. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. It will be just another small addition to get, but this may come handy in a time of need. Have a good one, guys.